Oh, come on, Ronald. Look how sharp that looks, man. Big floating shelf with the light. Jesse came over here a couple of weeks ago and said, boys, you got to step it up. So we're trying. We're trying to step it up a little bit.
All right, so it'll be a little bit of a learning curve because I only got to watch the video, so it's a lot different.
And it's been years since I played,
So, but essentially we're going to be taking turns. We're playing over 4 rounds. We're going to be taking turns with our 3 workers. We have our regular workers, and then we have our chieftain, our bonus worker, that gives us that special action if you go to a certain space. We'll be using these workers in order to gain food, gain tools, use food and tools to gain cards, which are worth victory points at the end. Gain these talismans, or these totems, which you'll notice there you have 3 spaces for totems. Right. You can have a max of 3, and you're going to score those every eclipse phase. Okay.
So getting them early
could
four scores.
Just keep in mind that the later ones, which you can't get until you get to era 2, may give you more points.
Okay.
So if you fill up with all ones, then you're leaving the other person.
How do we know the different eras?
Because these ones,
Sorry. Oh, the ones that will come out.
Yeah, it's split in half. So everything past, see that right there?
Yep.
3 and 4, that's all era 2.
Okay.
So now we're playing with the era 1s.
Got it.
Once we hit 3 or 4, we'll move this over here.
So we can't even grab those 3 or 4s yet?
No.
Okay, got it.
Not until era 2. So doing that, so there are 5 or 4 of these actions here on the board that we can play our people to. You have the hunting and gathering here. So I'm going to use this rule book to break all those down for us.
Yeah, sure.
So played over 4 rounds. During the action and eclipse phases, whenever you gain one of the benefits depicted on the left, you may choose any lesser benefit instead. So here, in this order, if you ever gain 1, you can choose to gain one of the lesser ones instead. So the game is played over 4 rounds, 3 phases. First is action phase. In turn order, players will take turns until all players have taken all 3 turns. Then the eclipse phase, turn order is adjusted, and then each player may perform eclipse actions. And then the preparation phase, which is preparing for the new round. After the 4th eclipse phase, the game proceeds to final scoring. Player with the most points wins. Golden rule, at any point in the game, if you need to draw from your deck and it's empty, you shuffle your discard, draw a card.
Makes sense.
Okay. There are 2 types of scoring that you'll see. You see the ones that are brown with a black border, or tan with a black border. That's immediate scoring. You immediately gain those benefits. Then there are the ones that are black with the brown border. That's in-game scoring. Okay. So we're not really seeing any of those yet, but we may see those. And if like here, in-game scoring.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Okay. So there are 4 main actions that you can take on the main board. There is the you can. Starting with the first player, each player. On your turn, you complete the steps in the following order. You can play culture cards, place a figure and perform action, discard your played cards, and then prepare your eclipse pile on your 3rd turn, which we'll talk about that. So during this step, you may play any number of culture cards from your hand, face up above your player board. For each additional culture card you play, after your first, you must discard another card from your hand. So keep that in mind. Playing them is optional. Okay?
Okay.
So if you want to play a culture card, you can. Which of these are here, which give you benefits like getting more tools, moving things, stuff like that. But after the first one, every one you play after that, you have to burn another card.
Where do you put those?
In your hand.
In my hand?
Yeah, this stuff will go into your deck, I think. All right. Then play tribe cards during step 2. You may play any number of tribe cards from your from your hand to the area above your playboard. Each card played this way generates a number of labor points depicted on the top left of the card. That's what at the top left of each of these cards has a labor. And so you'll notice these big actions will require a certain amount of labor to perform. So like this action here says you can move your tents around. Oh. But every space costs a labor. So in order to move tent multiple times, you would have to play multiple cards and get 3, 4, or 5 labor, things like that. So that's what those are.
Looks like some of them do have more labor.
They do, yeah. You can always spend food as well for labor, so you can see that on your board.
Yep. Not tools though, right?
Yep.
No.
And then there is, so that's the main actions, which we'll go through each one in a second. And then the other one that's not on your board, that's not on that board, is the rest action, which is at the very top. You'll place your little worker up here, rest. What that will do is it'll let you draw a card. You can flip an animal to gain the resources on that animal.
And you can only do that during the rest action?
The animal flipping?
Yeah.
You can only do that when a thing allows you to. So like this one says you can flip an animal.
Okay, it's only when you... So.
Yeah. Just remember, animals that you eat don't give you in-game scoring.
Yeah.
They don't count towards your set
you can't
collection.
tap them back up?
No.
Yeah.
You've eaten it.
Right.
So like the saber-tooth tiger gives you tools. You use the bones, you get tools.
But that's it.
Like this guy right here, it must be sacred bird because it gives you 2 idle points. So.
And then you also get an eclipse action if you have a...
So at the end of the game, or at the end of the round, turn order is depicted by whoever has the most points during the eclipse, in the eclipse pile. So you can take cards from your hand that you haven't used, and any workers that you rested, you would add up all that labor for turn order. And every worker that's rested scores you 1.5 points.
Makes sense. Yeah.
So, towards the eclipse phase. I'm just looking for the... I'm looking for the... The actions. Here we go. Okay, so the first one is the initiate action. You can gain tribe cards, and you can bury cards. Bury cards are going under here, and you'll notice at the end of the game, it's in-game scoring depending on
how far you go up on the idle track.
on idle track. Yeah, and depending on how many you bury. And you can also gain new tribes cards. So the top section, which you can use, you notice that there's 3 different sections. The top section says you can spend 1 tool and 1 labor to take 1 of the face-up cards from below the main board. If you can use this action multiple times on the same turn. Each tribe card you take must be different than the first. So that's what it says.
Okay.
They'll have to be different. The middle section, you may spend 1 food to do either one, which is bury a tribesman,
Okay.
or take 1 of the face-up tribes card from the below the main board and place it into your discard pile. So instead of taking it directly into your hand by using tools and labor, you can just spend a food to put it in your discard pile for future turns. So
Makes sense.
and then the bottom is the first person to go to each one of these actions will get the free bonus action at the bottom, which says you can gain an idol and you may bury a card. Gaining an idol means you're just moving your idol up this track. Left-hand track says is at the end of the game, all your leftover resources are going to be worth a point. The higher you go, the more that... so like at the bottom, it says every 4 leftover resources, 1 point. If you get to here, every 3 resources, 1.2 and 1. So it makes those leftover resources worth more and more points. Then the develop action, which is how you gain culture cards. So you can spend 3 labor to take a culture card from the display into your hand. You may perform this action multiple times, spending 3 labor each time. Note, empty spaces that the cards are taken from are not refilled until the preparation phase. Okay. Which is when everybody plays their cards, or everybody takes all their actions. Then you have the middle section, which says you can pay a food and then the number of tools required. So food and tools required based on which stone you're placing to take one of the sacred stones and play into your thing. You're limited to 3 sacred stones, and you'll immediately gain the benefit underneath the stone. So this first one says you can bury a card from your hand. You'll bury a card.
You get a tool and a food, and you can
You
bury?
spend a food and a tool
Oh, you spend them
to take one of those
that.
totems, or those sacred stones, and when you place the stone down, you'll get to bury a card.
Got it.
Second one says you get to take one of these guys into your discard pile. Third one says you just take one into your hand.
Right.
First person to take that action will also gain a free tool, free food.
And where does it say that? The free... Oh, okay, got it, yep.
And then the next one is how you place, move, and place villages. So one tool lets you place a village. One labor lets you move a village. 3 food and 3 connecting tents
Turns it into
a village. And that's by having, if you had 3 of the same, if you had 3 of yours like this, you could remove all 3 to place one
and
village
then you put
there.
the little village there, right? Yeah.
Which would then give you 2 control towards each one of those spaces.
Yeah, these are worth 2 control, right?
Right. And the area control, I'll talk about that in a second. That's that one. So that one's pretty simple.
Yeah, we could probably talk about that part while we're playing the game. So, yeah.
And so the bottom action gives you a free place and a move.
Got it.
On the base camp.
Free place and a move. Got it.
So, so it is placing it to the base camp, which is the center space.
Okay.
And then the last one is the hunting. That's how you get the animals. So 1, to place the top 2 cards of the animal deck into the hunting ground, refill it up, spend a tool and a labor to actually take an animal. And then the last thing you could do is you can eat. You can tip 1 animal card in your animal area and immediately gain the benefit. Just remember, you don't gain the thing at the end. And the last one, the bottom section says you can take an animal from the top of the deck for free. And if the animal deck is empty, you just gain a point.
Cool. That'll be a lot of animals for us to go through. But
yeah. That's kind of it. And then the megaliths, that's this stuff right here. So any of these symbols, say you can place a megalith.
Which symbol?
That stone, this like stone symbol here.
Oh, got it.
Yep. And what that does is the first one you can play, you always have to play from left to right. The first one you play are these ones here. They can either be played in the center or adjacent to a previously played one. But they don't score you anything. What happens is when we get to the point, you still gain the benefit though. So if I were to place it,
I remember it had something to do with stacking.
Here, I would get 2 food. Here, I get to draw 2 cards. You'll do this. Eventually, you get to the point where if you have 4, you could play your next one on top of those 4. You wouldn't be able to gain. You wouldn't gain any of the benefits, but what you would do is you score 1 point for every one underneath you, plus everybody whose colors was built on top would score 1 point. So in this instance, if I did this, I would actually score 4 points plus 3 points because there's 3 purples for 7 points. If you, let's say this one was yellow, I would still score 4 points and I would score 7, but you would also score a point. That's what it is. So that's what the megalith is. It's just point scoring and resources. So getting points and getting resources.
Perfect.
There's a lot of ways to get points. So idols get you points. Playing that thing gets you points. Getting these guys get you points. Building megaliths get you points. A lot of points everywhere.
I'm ready.
The eclipse phase was the one. On that board, area control is eclipse during the eclipse phase. And you'll gain the benefit of where the space is.
Yeah, so it helps to try to get some of these spaces.
Yeah.
So you get a monolith if you want. You get some food. Points. Yep.
Lots of victory points over there on the left side.
What about glaciers? That's impassable terrain?
That's empty terrain. You can still use it. No, you can go through it. It just, there's no area control component to it.
Got it.
So.
But you could still build a village if you have 3.
Yeah, so you see how there's still that center space there. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, you have to, in order to build on some of those, you have to be able to go on a glacier.
That makes sense.
That's it. So.
All right.
Let's do this.
You're first player.
Oh, yeah, I am, huh?
Yeah. Lots of choices.
The only thing is, I don't know if we do this yet.
Okay.
This track here. I was looking, but I'm not. During the action in Eclipse, whenever you gain the benefit depicted to the left, you may choose any lesser benefit instead. But when do you get that? In turn order, players take all their turns.
That's the end thing. That's the one that you do during the Eclipse phase, right?
Is it the Eclipse phase?
That's what I thought.
In this round, skip this phase. Advance a round marker from the eclipse space to the next numbered space on the round track. Return all figures to their respective player boards. Refill the hunting grounds by drawing new animals. At the end of the round, refill all empty spaces. Each player draws 5 cards in their deck. Proceed to the next action phase. No, see, I think during...
Eclipse phase. Reveal the eclipse piles. Determine new turn order. Receive benefits.
Okay.
And that's turn order track, eclipse pile. So you get the benefits of the turn order track. But remember...
It even has the expansions on here.
But remember... Oh, does it?
Look, animal cards expansion. Campaign boards
cool.
expansion.
Yeah, it's already done. No, but remember that this turn order track is going to get... Before you get the benefits, we're going to determine the new order. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, good. I'm going to keep this to the side then.
Okay. So. Okay, so when you play cards, you also get the whatever action is on the card. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. So you're going to get the actions of the character of the cards you have in your hand as well. So some of them will give you food, stuff like that. So additional labor.
Yeah.
Stuff.
It'll come back to me about to play a couple of turns.
Yeah.
All right, so we're playing Endless Winter. Designer Stan Kordonskiy. It's got the beautiful Demicho artwork, some development by Johnny Pack, one of our favorite designers here in the Gumbo. I've played it, but I haven't played it in a couple of years on TTS. It's different seeing it all in its beautiful glory here.
Oh.
In fact, I'm going to see. I am curious.
If you do it on the develop.
And Jerod has only played a few rounds of it on TTS.
Yeah.
I played it once with Zach and Evan. And Zach whooped me. Oh, man, it wasn't close. No, this says you finished the game. You won. You beat me and Zach.
What?
You scored 82 points.
Well, look in there.
Yeah.
I don't remember playing.
So you know you have to score at least 82 here today. Can't get out for less than that.
Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going to go. Okay, here we go.
Let's pull some levers, right?
Yeah.
Push some buttons.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah,
I'm all in.
It's been a while since we played
I'm all
this
in.
game.
Okay, so I'm going to take my first action. I want to go and I want to do some area control. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go here. I have a culture card I could play if I wanted to play
If I
it.
remember right, the way it works is you just kind of slide down here and you take all those actions, right?
You actually don't have to take them in that order.
Oh. Okay.
I don't believe so. I think you can take them in whatever order you want.
But this one is not though.
The bonus action at the bottom is the only one I'm not sure
Okay.
if you have to take them in order. But I thought...
You got a tool to spin? Yeah, you do.
I do have tools, yeah.
Okay.
Divided into 3 sections, top, middle.
Yeah, make sure what we're doing here.
Okay, no, you're right. You do have to play it in order. Okay.
I thought you had to do them in order.
Yeah.
We slid down our little.
Yeah, that's the whole
our
thing.
little
Okay, so the first thing I could do is I could play tools to build things. And at any point in time, I can also play cards from my hand to gain extra stuff as well. So, like in this instance, I might...
So what do these symbols mean? It looks like this looks like the as much as you want thing. So anybody can go here. That's right. But only one person is going to get this.
Yes.
And you'll lock it out.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Okay, so I can spin... I think I can do the top action multiple times. I think I'm going to do... First place the column. You may carry out any of the actions depicted in the top section. Each of these actions may be carried out any number of times.
Oh yeah, so you can spend as many tools as you want.
Oh, yeah, okay. This is all the top section.
Yeah.
Top, middle, bottom. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so...
The middle one you can only do once, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then the bottom one you can only get if you're the first one there.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, I want to...
And these things you can do in any order you want to.
Yeah.
Got it.
So, I'm going to drop the...
Ty Roller, what's up? Thank you for checking in, man. We're playing Endless Winter.
I'm going to drop the Brave here.
Holy.
So, he gives you 1.5 plus...
You like the walls, right? Thank you, Jesse.
Hey, Jesse, how's it
We
going?
spent literally weeks hand carving, cutting, staining the wood. Well, felling the trees first. Felling the trees, staining the wood, cutting them to order.
All of that is absolutely true.
It's
100%.
tongue and groove, by the way. So you know how hard that was to cut each of those, starting with a pine tree and then cut it down to tongue and groove. So welcome in for the
I
raid.
think I'm going all in right now.
Oh, look, got first time chat. Thank you for checking in. Hello, Ronald.
I could build.
It is basically photographic paper. Yes, Ronald. So I really like the way it looked on the screen. And then when I put it up, I'm like, wow, that looks like my mom's basement. If we had a basement, which you know we don't have, Louisiana. You know that, Ronald.
Pins.
No, it's not sheets glued up. This is actual photographic paper, something that they would use to take senior photos and things like that.
I'm going all in.
And that shelf is actually a real shelf. I put that floating shelf up myself so we could put games over there. So,
okay, so I have 4 labor with this action, and I'm going to spend both of my tools to put 2 more tents out.
when you looked at the basement, though, Ronald, was it full of water? It should have been full of water, right?
Oh, I get a free tent. Ooh,
No, it's not a green screen either, Time Roller. It's actual photographic paper that we use to make a nice fake.
Okay, so I'll spend 1 tool to place 1 more tent out.
Okay.
I have 4 labor, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3.
And you got the extra labor from what? From playing a card?
I played 2 cards.
Okay.
So each one of this is 1.5, and the Brave says he just gets 1 in general. Some say, like this one says you get a bonus if you take that action specifically. He just gives you 1 bonus labor.
Bonus labor.
So I still have...
You didn't eclipse them, so you won't get that benefit at the end. Yeah. Okay. Got it.
I think I'm going to go this way, actually. I'm going to go 1, 2. So that's 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4. And then...
Have y'all gotten snow up there yet, Ronald? I'm assuming you're wearing parkas today.
I don't have 3 food to do the thing, so that's fine. But then I'll get my free action, which is place.
And thank you for checking in, Deep Thought. Appreciate you stopping by the Gumbo Pot.
I'm going to do that. Yeah, I'm doing
We're playing Endless Winter. We've only played it online, and it was years ago, so we are diving into the rule book a lot. This is going to take a little longer than...
and I'll discard my cards, and I'm done.
And that's your action. Okay.
And I took it. So I leave my little guy here to know that somebody already took
So we're not really playing cards by themselves. They're playing them in conjunction.
Culture cards you play by themselves. So these are just play it, get
We
whatever
don't
the
have any
benefit
culture
is.
cards right now.
There's one in your deck.
Yeah, I didn't draft any yet. Okay. All right. So I will probably want... And collecting, don't we want to try to collect sets of animals? Isn't that how it is?
Yeah, so
like sets?
if you get 4 of those guys,
I want to try to get the saber tooth. So how would I do that? I would come here.
you go hunting.
Okay.
So you're gonna go here. First thing you're gonna do is you can pay labor to add more cards to here if you want.
Come and do that.
Okay. You can play labor and tools to actually hunt.
I don't have any tools. Oh, I have tools here. Yes.
You already have
I paid the
tools,
labor, so go ahead and add me.
So put this up here.
Doesn't it go
You just
here?
want 1. You're just using 1.
So far, I'm using 1.
Okay. So you want to add 2 more animals?
Yeah, I want to add 2. Or do I need to tell you all the stuff that I'm going to do before?
No, you can play as your... As far as I can tell, you use your culture cards during these actions. So however you want to use those.
And the next thing, if I want to use a tool...
You can use a tool and another labor, because it costs a labor to hunt as well.
Okay.
So, and then you can hunt an animal. So anyone you want.
And I want that saber tooth.
Okay. And remember, you also have the ability to tap one of these animals.
Tap one of them?
Well,
Not
one that you
these.
hunt.
Oh,
so
one
if you
of these?
have another labor you want to spend, you can possibly gain, like, If you want a bunch of food, this guy will give you 6 food. Or this guy will let you move the idol. This guy will let you play tents. It's up to you. Do you want to go grab something and hunt it and just take the free bonus right now?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
So I play that tribeswoman, wasting half of a thing.
Okay. Which one do you want?
Yeah, what's good?
So you're maxed out at, you can only hold up to 3 more food.
Yeah.
Unless you spend a food to get a tool, which you can.
Wait, I can do that when I play this card?
Mm-hmm. These are actions that you get. This is a clip action, so if you use it during the clip
All right,
phase.
so I spent the food to get the tool, and now there's one that like gives me back 4 food, right?
That's 4 food. This is 3 food and idle movement. This is 4 food and a tent placement.
I want that one.
That 4 food and tent placement?
4 food and a tent placement.
Okay.
But this is tapped, right? So where are these?
Well, no. So all you did was hunt it. So put it down. Now the middle action says you can tap one if you want to. Okay. So you tap it.
Got my 4 food, and I place one of my tents out, right?
Yep. In the center there.
In the center, and I don't move them, right?
Nope. And then because you're the first one here, you're gonna get a free animal right off the top.
What? I'll take that. Where do these animals go? I'm running out of
You
space.
just stack them. I would just stack them. Yeah,
So,
stack them by
the like ones, right?
Yeah.
Sweet.
And that's it. That's
my turn.
Okay. I don't have a lot of labor.
What did Ron say?
I don't have a lot of tools either.
Are you saying they did? Is he saying they did have some snow?
Yeah, it looks like it. They had some snow in early October just for one day.
Oh wow. Man. So apparently, snow is the stuff where water actually freezes and then falls out of the sky onto you. Like when you open the refrigerator, can you imagine your ice cubes just falling on top of you?
This is a joke.
That's what they claim snow is. I don't know. It sounds scary. Get it out of my face. I don't want to see it.
I think I need to go hunting too. I think I need food and tools. I don't have anything. Okay.
Yeah, I remember the game itself, but actually how to play or what strategy is going to be, that is going to take a couple.
I'm gonna hunt as well. So
Come
I'll use a tribesman and a tool to hunt this woolly rhino.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and feast upon this woolly rhino and max out my food here. Well, not max out, but
nice.
get myself a bunch of food.
Yep.
Because I am
How do I use my chief?
starved. Just use them.
I just take them.
You use them
What,
like
what is that
regular
special power though?
It says if you go to the hunting action with your chief. Oh, you could have done that.
Yeah. Can I do that, man? Instead. Well, no, it doesn't matter. It would give me two food. Is what
Oh, I
it
didn't
is.
even choose what side I wanted.
Yeah, you need to choose one.
I want the labor side. I don't want the food side. I want the side that gives labor. Tools. Tools, tools, tools.
All right, so I've got 2 labor left. That is not enough to do anything. I can do the. Oh wait, I have labor over here though, right? Yeah, I have labor over here. Yeah, this is labor.
Oh, yeah, you have food. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, food is labor.
Okay, so no, I wish I'd done it the other way, but I'll remember that for next turn. What about this thing? What is this one gonna
That
do?
is buying a card. So it costs 3 labor, and you can buy any one of these cards.
All right, 3
And you
labor.
can buy a stone.
Oh man, I gotta go all the way.
You have cards in your hand.
Yeah, but then I don't get an eclipse though, right?
You always get eclipse. You just won't
Get some
vie for more
power.
points.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna burn both of these for 1.5 labor. Come to there, that's 2.5. So here is 1, 2, and no, that's too many. 1, 2, and 3 labor. Okay, so I've got my 3 labor. That gives me a.
You can pick any one of these guys here.
Well, I can't pick these because that's the next level.
No, just these ones that are visible right here.
Why is this card on top of there?
Because that is phase error 2.
So we can't touch this.
No, we
deck
can't touch
yet.
that deck.
Okay, got it. And then what's the last thing I can do?
You can spend a food and a tool to get one of those stones.
How many? Oh, it's whatever it costs over there.
No, it's whatever it costs. The first stone costs 1 tool, 1 food.
1 tool, 1 food, and 1 tool. Okay. And then I get a tool and a food for being.
You're going to
the
get a
first
tool and
person
food,
there.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, then it makes sense to take one of them, right? Just depending on what I think I might do. Okay. Tents on green. Tents on glacier. I'll do that then. I will take this one and put that there. I'll
Which
spin
gives
that
you-
and that. And that gives me a free...
Bury a card.
Oh,
So there's a card in your hand.
I don't know how many cards
Or
I have.
discard. I don't.
Check if it's a
maybe
discard, too.
Discard.
That would be cool if I could get rid of one of these people. And then I can take one of these, right?
Hand, discard pile, or from above your player mat.
Okay. So I'll just bury one of my little
Tribesman.
tribesmen.
Yep.
Make my
So
deck
stick it right there.
faster. Oh, sorry. Yep.
Yep. That's your discard pile.
And then I can still pick one of these cards, right? All right, so what we got here?
So that's discarding a card to place a tent and move a tent twice, 2 spaces, and gain a food.
That's not bad at all. And that's
That's
the,
get a monolith, get some
monolith,
food.
yep.
That's refill some animals and get an animal and get a food.
Man, that's pretty good too.
That is place and move and a victory point every time you do it. Add one of these guys to your discard pile and get a tool. Get a tool, flip an animal, and bury a card. Spend food to flip an animal, bury a card, and get a victory point.
I mean, I like
And that's
them
get a free animal and a food.
all. Yeah, I like them all. So I'm going to take the turn. And these go right to my discard, right?
No, those goes to your hand.
Goes to my hand?
Yeah.
Okay. And that lets... So I need to think about something that's going to give me something right away.
For this turn, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just verify, but which one is develop? Yeah, into your hand.
Then I pick the one I want. I don't refill until we get to the end of the turn, right? Yep. Till the end of action. And it's your turn. I get a tool and a...
A food. Yep.
Yep. You're up.
I don't have any tools, but I have a lot of food. Okay. So I want to go to where you went as well.
You can follow me.
Yeah, but that's because my chieftain, when I go there, gives me a tool, so I'm good with that. Okay, I'm going to use this tribeswoman. Is this the 3rd turn?
Sorry, third turn. Yep.
I'll just save this for next turn. Okay, play tribeswoman. I can spend a food to get another tool. And I have 1.5 labor. So that means I have to burn 1, 2, 3 food to get 2 more labor. But that'll let me get one of these cards, which is something for next round. I'm going to go with the tanning hides.
Okay.
Ugh.
You don't like that one either?
I do like it a lot, but yeah, all right, I'm gonna take the tanning hides. Okay, and then I can spend a tool and a food, which I do have, to get a monolith. Can I get that one all the way to the left there?
I figured that's the one you wanted.
That's the one I want.
I should have taken it because it was one. It looked really good for you.
I will bury this tribesman.
All right, so if I go to that one that you went to already, the one
Yeah.
in the middle, that's, I got to spend a tool to move to add a tent, and then spend a labor.
You can spend as much tools, as
Yep,
many
right.
tents as you want, and as much labor to move as many tents as you
Yeah, I
want.
do need to move.
Just remember, if you're gonna play a culture, you got to do that before you take your action.
So is that a culture or a worker placement action?
No. It's both. But you play culture cards, then you move your figure to perform actions.
Okay.
Then you discard
And
your
what do
play
I do?
cards.
The culture guards go into this part at the top? Or they go
It should
here?
go to your discard. This should all be in your discard.
Okay.
So when you play it, it goes up here, but it'll.
Oh, then once you're finished, you move it over here. Okay. So that says that I get one.
Well, it'll
random
stay
off the
there
top?
until the end of your turn.
Yep. Random one off the top.
Yep. And a food. Sorry.
And then I take my action, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to drop this. And what is that symbol right there? That is
Which one?
the one to the right of the idol. The stone on top of the...
The barrier card.
That's barrier card. Oh, man, that's also sweet too. And that's grabbing more cards, basically?
That is spending. Yep. You can grab as many of these you want for 1 tool and 1 labor apiece.
What, many of these?
Mm-hmm. but they have to be each a different one. So you can get the same one each time.
Yeah, why this is tough choices here. So I kind of want to move on the map. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Okay, so I'm gonna spend a tool.
So you move it on the map, or you getting cards?
I'm doing this one.
Okay.
Spend a tool and that to get one of these cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
And these are gonna go to my
Hand.
hand.
Yeah.
Oh, but I didn't rest, so I won't be able to eclipse. I won't be able to put cards in the eclipse. Is that right?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, I still can do that.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. Oh, wait, this is the one that when you hunt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then
Well, you can do as many as you want. So you don't have to buy one. You can buy two.
But I'd have to spend more stuff though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want one, and then I can spend a food.
Yep. To take one and just put it in your discard pile, and bury a card.
Okay. It's got to be different ones.
They have to be no. That action says those that go to your hand all have to be different. This one says you're just taking one.
Yeah, but
So
I wanted this one anyway, so
yeah.
I'll put that there, and I'll get rid of this one instead.
Mm-hmm. And then as a free action, you can move your idol and you can bury a card.
Yeah, I buried a card already, and then I pick which
And
one.
you can bury another card.
Bury another card.
Yeah, so that lets you bury a card. This lets you bury
Oh
a card.
wow. Okay.
And then you can move your idol up. This is going to get you more points as you bury cards.
I don't think I want to bury more cards. Okay. This is what?
More points as you bury cards. So the higher you go up, the more points. So you'll score points here, and then whoever's highest on the track will score more points for burying than the middle and last place.
All right. What do I do with this card?
Okay, so if you're done
I am.
and you want to use that for the eclipse phase, you put it up top because now we're in the eclipse phase. I didn't have any cards to play, so I didn't put any.
Okay. So anything I have left over at the end, I can put in the.
You
eclipse
can
phase?
if you want to. Yeah.
I thought you had to do that during the round, but
No, it is during the round. It's the very last thing you do on your last turn in that round.
okay. And then I flip this over to show how many I have, how many labors I have.
And then we'll.
I have one. You have none, right?
So we just finished that. So prepare your eclipse file, which you did. Reveal the eclipse file piles. Determine the new turn order. I don't have any, so you're gonna go first. And then remember, because you played that during the eclipse, you get the eclipse bonus, which says you can play a tent and you can gain a food.
And it goes back to that same spot, right?
Yep. Okay. And then retrieve the new benefits. So you're going to be able to play a monolith card, and I can.
Or any
draw-
one of the benefits below, right? But I probably want to play a monolith. And I have to play this on one of the starting ones, right?
Draw cards. Like, why would I want to draw a card now if I'm about to refill my hand?
I don't remember. Because that means that you'll have 6 cards next round instead of 5.
Oh yeah, you can. I kept these, so these are left over as well. So
Well, we still have cards from our deck.
yeah, so I'll add one to my hand, and then during the preparation
these are
phase,
cards
you're
you
gonna
didn't
add.
play?
Yeah.
You didn't put them into the eclipse,
Correct.
basically, right?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. All right, then what happens?
Because there's no.
Does my eclipse go into the discard now?
Hmm. And then we're gonna turn order track, eclipse pile cards. Then we do the terrain tiles.
Oh, you've got 3 already out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I gain a monolith
And an idol
and an idol
and 2 food.
and 2 food.
Oh, that's sweet.
Okay. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
And then
I put my culture and that.
anything
eclipse
you have
card.
on your player boards. So now we're doing player boards.
Yep.
So here you're going to gain these things. So I gain 1 point for every tent that's on a different type of space.
Yep.
So I gain 3 points.
And I get nothing.
Okay. And then if you have any villages out
Nope.
or anything like that, you would gain those eclipses as well. I don't have any. You don't have any. And then that is done. And then we go back to the other phase.
Okay.
But now you're first.
Now, these
So
cards,
they're little winners.
everything I had over here goes into this discard, right? And I deal myself 5 more cards?
Yep.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. And like it says, anytime you don't have enough cards, you shuffle up your discard pile to refill up your hand.
All right.
Whew, got a big old hand this
Now,
turn.
who's the first player? I am?
You are first player. It's a huge hand. It's all tribesmen. And then we're going to refresh this here. And then we're going to move this over to... No, we're on turn 2.
Number 2.
It only took about 20 minutes to play that round, and
Not
we
at
didn't
all.
even know what we
And
were
we're
doing.
going to go faster. So I will go here. Because I use my chieftain. I get 2 food, right?
Yep.
Okay. And then, what do I have here? I need a...
You can spend a labor to reveal some new guys.
Yep.
Oh, wait, this is supposed to refresh to 1 more than the number of players.
Okay.
So 3. You want to reveal 2 more?
Yep. Oh, yeah, who shuffled this up? That's terrible.
You did.
And then I'm going to spin a tool.
And a labor?
Yeah, dang it. I'm almost out of tools. And labor. And I will take that green woolly rhino.
Hmm?
Yep.
And then you can, if you want to buy any more, you can. If not, you can eat. If you're going to hunt
I'm going
something.
to eat my stag moose.
Didn't you already do that one? Why did you
I
untap it?
did. Yeah. I guess I
Just put it off the
I was
side.
thinking,
Yeah, I would shove it
I was
off the
thinking
side.
at the start of the round, but it doesn't. Okay.
You only need 4 to get the most points out of the set collection.
Yeah, but these are 6 food. It's going to be a waste.
Hmm?
I am not going to. So if I hunted one of those, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to do that then. I can get an extra one, right?
Yeah, you can pay a labor and a tool to hunt again. Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll pay a labor and a tool.
Okay.
Now we'll hunt again.
And then you want to eat
And
one?
I want to eat it.
Okay. So just put it in your tap. So you get an idol.
Move my one to the right,
That one. Okay.
and I get 3 food. All right.
And then you get one off the top.
Thank you.
What'd you get?
Stag moose, more food.
Nice.
I mean, that's my chief, so I figured knock that right out.
Okay,
Why do
so
I remember holding out the chief until the end, though, each round?
I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna go here.
Does the chief bypass the whoever's first rule
No.
on those things?
No.
Okay. So I guess I'm just
The
wrong.
only thing the chief does is it gives you a bonus if you take this specific action. That's all it does.
Okay.
Oh wait, hold on. Sorry. I can play cards. I'm gonna do this one, which says I can add one of these guys to my discard pile, and I want to add. I'm all about this movement. Let's do that. Add it to the discard pile, and I get a tool.
Okay.
Okay.
And how do you get these cards here? Which of the 4 actions is that?
I'm gonna do another food to get another one of these guys. I want the hunter. Okay. Sorry?
How do I get these cards here again?
This one here.
But it costs you food to do that, right?
Oh, these guys? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's 3 labor.
3 labor,
Yeah.
and it goes into your hand?
Hand, yeah.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so
How you doing?
I have. So now I can go here. I have a couple tools. So I'm going to drop another tent. Yeah, I'm gonna drop another tent.
Okay.
And I want to go, and I'm gonna move a couple tents. So I'm gonna use 3 tribesmen to get 3 labor. No, I don't need that much. No. Okay. We'll do 1 tribesman for 1 labor. I'm gonna get this guy up. Let's get some tools. Let's go get some tools. Okay. So I pay 1 to move. So that's, I placed 1, I moved 1. Do I want to place again? No. Oh, shoot. No. Okay. I'm going to spend 3 food. 1, 2, 3. That's all my food. And I can take this. Drop these right there. And that gives me a free card draw. Add a card to my hand. And then the last thing I can do is place and move. Okay, I'm done.
All right, I'm coming over here.
Yep.
I'm going to spend 3. Oh, yeah, this goes to there. Spend 3 of that to get any one of these cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I want
What's the new ones that came out?
that one. I want this one. And that goes in my hand, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, wait, shoot. What are we doing?
What do we do wrong?
Playing cards, you have to spend cards, I think.
The next up, tool and that, I don't want to do that. And I'll take a tool and a food.
Oh, no, if you want to play multiple culture cards in a single turn, which I did. So I'm going to...
You have to burn it?
You have to burn a card.
Okay.
So I burned a card.
All right, I'm done. You're up.
Yeah. For each additional, after you play, you have to burn one. Yeah, then that's it. Okay. All right, so... I definitely want to go... Oh, man, I don't have any food. I don't have any tools.
I know, man. Not having tools is rough. That is rough.
I already added a cool. Okay, I'm going to come here. And I'm going to pay 2 labor to double hunt. And I'll get these 2 guys. And then... Oh, it's 2 labor and 2 tools. Okay, well then I guess I will only single hunt. Man, that's hard. Okay. It's a tool per. Okay. And then I will eat this guy for 3 food and idle movement. Okay. That's it.
Okay. I can play one of my culture cards at the start of the round, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll play this one.
Okay.
So lets me put 2 tents out.
Put a tent out and move a tent.
Oh, sorry. Put a tent out.
Move a tent.
And if I move it to here, I will not get that benefit.
You will. We both will, because we'll be even.
Okay. Boy, I am tempted to do that because I just need some tools, man. Okay.
And then you gain a tool.
And then I do gain a tool.
That's it.
That's just playing the culture, and then I can play my guy here. So I can come to here, right? And that lets me spend a tool and a there to pick any one of these. I'm gonna take that and I put it in my hand.
Yep.
And then I can spend a food to take another one, right?
Mm-hmm. But that one will go to your discard pile.
That'll go to my discard pile, right?
Yes.
And then I come down to here and I get an idle, move me up on that right track on the idle. And I also get to bury one of the cards.
My turn?
Yup. Getting rid of my tribesman. If I don't have any workers, am I done for the round, or I can still play cards? If I don't have any workers, am I done for the round, or I can still play cards?
No, you're done. You have 3 turns. So now you need to play your Eclipse pile.
What about these 2 cards, the cultural ones? I just hold them to the next round? Okay. Okay. But you know how many cards I have in here. Oh, no, I can put all these cards in there if I remember right. Oh, that's right. I remember this little trick. Do that. And that way Evan doesn't know what I have in there.
I'll burn 2 food to get to 3, and I'll get an extra tool. That'll give me 3. Which culture card do I want? So many good culture cards out here. I want trapping.
Good, man.
I want to go trapping. I need some animals. I need some animals, need some animals, need some animals. Okay. So that's that. I can stone, which I kind of see what those are. I don't think those are helpful to me. 2 different villages. Gain 2 points for each village that touches at least 1 hex of the depicted type. I don't
Which one is that?
have any villages. That's these ones. That's these.
Those over there? Okay.
I don't have any of those. So I'm gonna hold off. I don't have the meat anyways. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I didn't have it. So
I feel like we didn't have the best of our first 2 turns. But.
so and then I'll just
Okay, now we go to Eclipse, right?
yeah, but I'm going to play. You played a lot of cards. That's okay. I'm still gonna play this one.
Okay.
To my Eclipse pile.
I have 1 labor.
Oh, I have 1.5.
You got me.
Um,
This goes to my discard, but I do get these 2 tools from it. 1, 2.
you do? Yeah. I get an idle movement.
Okay. And then you get your benefit.
Which is the monolith. I need food and tool. I'm gonna go with food. Yeah. 2 food. Okay.
And I can draw a card if I want to, or do the idle movement if I want,
For what?
for my benefit.
Yep. So you can draw a card. You can do idle movement. You can get a food. You can get a tool.
I've got tools and food now. I'm going to draw a card. All right, it's got my new deck. Draw a card, and then do I draw back up to 5, or you
Not
draw?
yet.
No.
That's at preparation.
But it is drawing back up to 5.
You know, you draw 5
Draw
cards.
5. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have any cards last time. That's why.
So then we do the terrain tiles. So you're tied. So you're gonna get a tool, and I'm gonna get a tool. And then I have area majority in
So
those
many
other
tiles,
4.
yeah.
So I get 2 idle movements.
Yeah,
Let's
this-
jump ahead of
this
you
is where
there.
you're jumping me.
I get another monolith,
And 2 foods.
and I'm gonna draw 2 cards.
Yeah, I need to get those monoliths going. And then we do our board. Still don't
And-
score any
and
points.
2 foods. Yeah.
Don't have any of those yet.
Draw a card.
I forgot what these symbols mean.
Which ones?
These little card symbols.
When you play it, you draw a card. It's telling you when you play that one, you're gonna get a free card. When you
Okay.
play that one, you're gonna get a free card.
So it didn't have anything to do with the tents?
No.
Okay. All right, what's next? Refill the deck, right?
Do your player board. So
I
do you
did
get any
that.
victory points?
No, I
so
didn't think so.
I get a free draw card
Yep.
and a tool because I've completed that. So I get another tool. Is that a draw card? I need to make sure that one. I'm gonna check that one just in case. I think it does give you. Make sure draw card. Yeah, for each village remove, you could draw a card. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have so many cards.
And then I
so-
draw 5 cards, right?
Yeah. And I have 4 this time. Oh, well, it's tents actually, so I only have 2, so that's 2 more points.
Oh my god, I've been drawing the same card over and over again from that stack. That's probably not too smart. Like 4 crafters in my hand.
All right.
But that means that when I go to that spot,
God, this
it is.
Look at this.
When I go to that spot, it means I have 2 labor, right?
What? No.
When I go to that spot,
No.
if you play the crafter,
Oh, yeah. If you use the crafting action, you'll use it for 2 later.
yeah, not bad at all. Okay.
Okay, so now we're going to wipe this.
Yep.
And we're going to deal out error 2. So we're getting some bigger cards.
Because we are in error 2 now?
Yep.
No.
We're in
No,
entry
I
2.
just moved to that.
I know. That we're done with the eclipse phase. Now we
Oh,
move to
okay.
number 3.
Oh, there's just 4 rounds then.
4 rounds,
I
yeah.
didn't remember that. Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling very good about mine right now.
Okay. And then...
You are up this time.
Okay, so...
I still have 0 points, by the way. Nothing.
So I'm going to play this one, Trapping. I can discard a card.
But I have plenty of crafters. If anybody needs to borrow any crafters, let me
I'm going to discard my Tribesman. And I get to... Oh, we're going to refresh. So I'm going to refresh this. I'm going to reveal 2 more. That one says you get all as much food as you can hold. You know, woolly mammoth.
When you eat it?
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
Okay.
9 food. Nice.
I then get to take a card. Let's go ahead and get another one of these guys. And I get a food. So that was that action there. I don't want to play in these other ones. So the first action I'm going to take is the hunting action. I'm going to go on a hunt. So I'll play the hunter, which says I get 2 labor when I go there. And I'll play a tribesman, so I have 3 labor. So I'm going to spend 1 to get 2 more guys out here.
Are you filling them up?
Refilling them up.
Yes.
And
Hey,
then
can you tell me what
2
the stones
tools.
are? The sacred stones?
Yeah, so that one says
I think I might be hitting that.
gain 1 point for every 2 spaces your markers have advanced on the idle board. Add
Which
together
side-
the
which
total
side
advance
again?
on both sides
Okay.
and divide by 2, rounded down.
Okay. Next one.
That one says gain points based on the number of tipped animal cards you have of the depicted type. Oh.
It's got to be blue.
Blue or yellow. So there's a blue one and there's a yellow one.
I don't want either one of those. Okay.
Okay. So I'm getting
And what about this one?
2 animals.
What about that one?
That one is points at the end of the game. Gain points based on the buried cards you have. Yeah, that's a good one for you.
That's a good one for me, man.
Okay, so I'm going to gain 2 animals. I'm going to take a saber-tooth tiger. And I'm going to take...
Really? You don't even need that one.
Well, I could be using him
Yeah, right.
here because I get to tip.
Yeah, you just wasted that beautiful saber-tooth tiger.
Get some food and get some more tools back.
Yeah, he's cool with the bones. You can get all those.
Ooh, look at that. Look at that.
Wow. Wow.
And
That is not good at all.
that is me.
I don't like that at all. I don't approve. All right, I'm going to do the culture card first.
Got it?
So that is a tool, and that lets me put my next one out.
Yep.
And it's got to go here, right?
It can go anywhere as long as it's adjacent. Oh, you're using a gray?
Yeah.
The grays have to be adjacent or the center, I believe. Or the starting tiles. So you can place them adjacently or at the starting tiles. Only neutral grays can be placed on the starting tiles. So if we use all our neutrals without starting tiles here,
Oh,
we
we
can
gotta
only
go all
build
around
around.
it, yeah.
And it has to be orthogonally
I'll
adjacent.
take the 2 tools.
But I mean that makes sense because it's only 2 of us. We're not really going to play.
Mm-hmm. That absolutely makes sense. Okay. And then I'm going to go here.
Okay.
That's the crafter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that is 2
Okay.
and 1, because I don't think I have any extras. Yeah, I don't understand this one. So it gives you 1.5 and an extra one?
Yep.
So
It's 2.5.
it's 2.5. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so I did that. And then, let's see what we got. So that lets me pick one of these cards?
No, these guys.
One of these guys, right? That's what I thought. Okay. And they go right into my hand.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh, these are some good cards.
so we could, what that symbol is discarding.
Discard a card, you gain a monolith and a victory point.
I like it. Goes in my hand. And then next up, I do the spin a food
Really cool cards.
and a tool to put a sacred stone
Well,
out.
you spend 1 tool and 2 food to get another stone.
Yeah. And then I grab.
You want the berry one?
Oh, I think that's going to be the good one, right? Yeah. Oh, this one actually synergizes with the other one I have, but I will take that one. And that gives me something right away? No.
Yeah, it gives you one of these guys in your discard pile.
What are these?
Mm-hmm.
They're all good, man.
They're all good.
They all help. They all help. All right.
And then you're gonna get your tool and your food.
I get a tool and food. You're up.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going on.
Finally, so this is the third third age, and it's finally coming back to me what we're trying to do here. But there's points all over the board, Jerod.
So I'm playing Tanning Hides.
So many points everywhere.
So I'm going to gain another tool, and I'm going to gain one of these guys to my discard pile, and I want this one right here, the Pathfinder. There's a cool guy. Okay. And I'm going to go to the movement, get some tents back on the board. So, I'm going to go with, oh man, these are so good. I want to do that. Okay, so I want to play a tent. And then I need to move it 2 spaces. So let's go tribesmen and a food. And I'm going to move it over here. And then I'm going to use 3 food to drop. Can you put that? Can you pick those up and drop that there? Yeah. And that's going to give me a card.
So that gives me no tool this time for Eclipse? Because you have control of it?
I need to look that up.
I don't get the tool this time.
Yes, you do not have control.
Okay.
And then I will drop and move. I'm going to go on this 2 victory point space right there.
Okay.
I need to look and see, because I think when I reveal the village, I do get the thing, and then I also get it during the eclipse phase, so I'm just going to make sure.
Okay. You want me to start my turn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to play Ochre Mines, which is going to let me discard a card. And that is going to give me a monolith. Which is going to
Yeah, it's only during the eclipse phase. Okay. Which I think I might have messed that up earlier, and if I did, I apologize.
Which will give me that. To let me, it lets me draw 2 more cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I get a victory point right now, right? Not at the end of the game. It's right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yay! Finally on the board. And then I take my action. I'm going to come to here. And if I do that, that means I get 2 food automatically, right? My chief says it gives me 2 food, right?
You went hunting?
I went to the hunting spot.
Yep.
2 food.
Are you revealing some new animals?
Yep.
Awesome.
Cost me 1 labor to do that, right?
Yep. Oh, look, the ground slot, the blue one came out.
What came out?
Ground sloth.
Oh, that's good for that eating one, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you need 2 of them though to score points. I need something that gives me some good food. I'll take that pink one at the top. Wait,
Sorry? The mammoth fills you up.
fills me back up, but doesn't give me anything else.
No.
But I will take the mammoth though. Mammoth is going to get eaten.
What do you mean it doesn't give you anything else? It fills you up.
It does. That gives
That's
me
a lot
4.
of food. If you're empty on food, that's like a.
I could eat the stag moves for 4 food and get a tent down. In fact, I don't even need all this food. I don't want the this thing. To do that, I had to spend a tool and a food, right? Yep. And then I'm going to eat one. So I eat this, and that gets me an idle movement and 3 food. And you are up.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to use this card here, spend a tool to place a monolith
If you don't mind, I'll do this. I didn't realize this thing is the hunter. You get both of these things. So
okay.
Just do that. You're up.
Both of what things, sorry?
I have that one, and when I hunt, I have an extra one to use. So I didn't realize I bought a hunter. What you doing?
I think I'm going to take the free card. I want... Yeah, we'll take dusk. Okay. So I was at... I'm still in the monolith phase, so I can just play another... I'm going to do that. I'm actually going to play another one by discarding this card here. So I can spend a food to refresh some animals, take an animal, and eat an animal.
There's a lot going on there.
Yeah. Oh, that's a cool card. Okay, great. And then I want to use this action, which will give me a tool, but I'm maxed out of tools, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so I have 3 labor. I can spend 3 labor. I'm trying to think. Yeah. So this is 2.5. Spend a food for 3 labor, and I can take a culture card, which I think I want. There's so many good cards.
I forgot how much I like this game. I'm telling you,
There's
I
so
like
much
this better than doing Imperium.
I'm gonna take this one. I'm gonna take. Boom. I'm gonna take that. Okay. Culture card. So that was that first one. I can spend a tool and 2 food to take a stone, and I want this one right here, which lets me put one of these guys in my discard pile, and I want the Pathfinder as well. And that is it.
Okay.
That is that.
Playing that to put up my
I forgot you
last
said that.
tent.
Oh, and then
I get to move a tent.
I'm putting Eclipse cards.
I get to move a tent, and then I get a free tool. All right, and then I'm going to play my last one here. Go here. I don't have to spend a tool because I can't put any more tents out, right?
But you don't have any tents
Yeah,
out? No.
They're all stuck in the middle there. But I get to spin as much of these things
Movements,
that I have here.
yeah.
Yep. All right, so I got
Are you about to migrate?
I got the Brave.
That's 2.5.
Yep.
That's 3.5. That's 4.5. You spend 2 food, you can get 5. Cause you see how you have to cross over? Yeah.
All right, so I got 5.
So you have 5
right?
movement.
Yeah, good. And then I could build something if I have enough food, right? Yep.
Yeah, you have enough food.
Okay.
Yeah, you could definitely build a village, which I would recommend because that's giving you extra cards
6.
for the last round.
I'll be 6 then, right?
Why do you need 6? You don't need that much.
To move stuff around? No, I don't need that.
Okay.
Okay.
You don't need 6.
Okay.
It depends on what are you trying to capture right now.
2.
Okay.
1, 2. That's 4.
It's 4. Just grab something that would give you control. Oh, I guess if you did 6, you can go like to one of these that you don't have control, or you can just take that one and beat me on that one.
hit this one. I'm gonna
Yeah.
beat you anyway because I'm about to.
Oh yeah. Oh, then I would spend another labor and go bring and move it 2 spaces to one of these down here.
I have 6, so I've spent 4 so far.
Well, you.
I need to
okay.
move this one off though. That's why I was thinking about spending that extra one.
Oh.
So I can move that one to there,
Yeah.
and then move this to here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So then I'm gonna spend. How many food does it take? 3 food.
3 food.
3.
And so you can do it once. So you drop that right there. Pick your tents up.
And you can only do that part once.
Yep.
Or not?
Yep. That's the
Oh,
middle
because
option.
that's the next one. That's right. It doesn't have the little symbol on it.
Yep.
Okay. And then I pick up my tents.
Yep.
That's bad because it limits your food production again.
It does.
Do I get anything for doing that?
At the beginning of the upkeep, you're going to get a free
right?
card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not now.
And then that is your turn. So now you can start building your Eclipse deck.
Okay. Well, you'll be happy to know I just have that one card. So.
Okay. All right. So reveal. I have 3 points. Oh, that is not the right card. No, I have 1.5 points.
I have 4. I have none.
Do you actually want to burn that?
No. I thought it doesn't burn.
No, it does burn it.
Oh, it does burn?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't want to burn
Okay.
I thought that's how we fake the other people.
No. You use them. Maybe, but
No, I think-
I don't think so.
Well, otherwise people could see how many cards you play.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
Okay,
remember
then
that? That was that little thing where we would slide a bunch of cards and so you go, oh man, does he have 5? Because the last round, turn order gets
Yeah.
really important. In fact,
Okay,
I'm mad that I had to spend all these things and I didn't have to. I had 3 more.
I'm gonna draw my
I
tribes.
would have had first place in there.
Eat. So
All right,
very
what we got?
tribesman. Okay, so
Let's
turn
walk through the
order
steps.
is gonna stay the same,
Yep.
and I'm gonna take that monolith action. I definitely want that.
Yeah, I messed up. I should have
What do I need?
spent the food.
I need food. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna get 2 food. I'm gonna start off with a little bit of extra food production. Okay. And you get a card, or one of the other things. Did you get it?
Not yet.
Okay.
I think I want to move up.
Which one?
Yep, that one.
Okay. Okay. Then we go to our boards. So victory points.
Card, tool,
So
which I don't get.
that one here, you have 1
It's
village. It's 2 points.
It's a village touching that.
It's 2 points per village touching that. So the most you can get is 6 points for having all your villages.
So I have 2, right?
Well, you have 1 village touching 2 different things. You get 2 points per village.
I thought it was 2 points per village touching.
2
the green
points
tile.
for each of your villages that touches at least 1 hex. You only have 1
Oh,
village.
I misunderstood that. Okay, I got it. So that's 2 points.
Yeah.
I'll still take it though. And then this one,
Per how many ever cards you have buried?
I get that now? Mm-hmm. Oh man. So 3 more.
So that is 3 more points.
3 more points.
And I have eaten 2 saber-tooth tigers for 3 points. And I have 1 tent out for 1 point. So that's 4 points for me. Okay.
And then we do the board.
Yep, so you'll get your bonus stuff. So you got a bonus tool,
Yeah, the tool didn't help me,
but you'll get a card.
but I got a card.
I get 2 cards and a tool.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's it. That's the Eclipse phase.
Okay. Oh wait, no. I also get this and that.
Oh, yeah.
So 2
And
more points.
those 2. So 4 more points, 5, 6 more points, and a tool.
But I don't get the tool, so.
And I get 2 food.
All right, man.
A mon-
I went from being tool
2
poor.
food.
Oh, you moving
A
up again?
monolith.
Oh, he did it.
is 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 points.
Nicely done.
And what was the other one? 2 food, a monolith, and I get here.
You do not get these points.
And I get that one there.
Did you get a point here, right?
Yeah, and I get a point. And what's that on the left hand? That's a tool. And I get a tool. Max out on
Yeah,
tools.
we're both maxed out.
Woof.
Now we draw 5 cards.
Now we draw 5 cards. So I have 1, so I need 4 more cards.
Oh man, I could just see playing this game a lot. This is... And to me, it's got just enough. So it's 2 plus 3 more. Just enough player interaction. You have to watch what the other player's doing. You really do. You have to watch what the other player's doing. Not much sure. Okay, you're first. Oh, you're due back.
Oh yeah, I get to go first. Yeah, sweet.
I know. That's that dog fight. I remember the second time we played, it was a dog fight for the first place in the last 2 rounds. You really wanted to try to get those monoliths.
Okay, so I'm going with spending a food. And I get 2 of these. So let's get up there.
Oh, wow. He's rolling.
Oh, wait, that's instant points. So I should have 5 more points. And you should have 2 more points.
Okay.
Get up there. I get to tap and eat.
But we are going to get points at the end of the game, too, though, right? For going up this track or not?
What?
We do get points at the end of the game for going up this track, right?
The higher you go here, the more points you get from burials.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so I can eat. The thing is, I don't want to eat this because it's wasting. I think I might end up eating this guy and getting 2 more and just maxing out so you can't beat me.
Do it.
I think I might do that.
You should do that.
I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Oh, wait.
Yo, right here. Nope.
Good stuff.
And I get to bury a card, so that's perfectly fine. Let's well. Okay. All right. So I want to. That's only worth 1 point. I kind of want to bury some cards. Okay, so I'm going to do this. Because these guys are worth points. Okay. I'm going to do that. Let's see. I'm going to play my Brave for 2.5 and my Tribesman for another 1.5, so that's 4. No, I don't want that. Okay, so my Brave for 2.5. I'll spend 2 tools, and I'll shove 2 of these guys in my hand. I know I'm gonna do that, and I think I'm gonna do that. I can spend a food to put 1 in the discard. At that point, it doesn't really matter. I'll just stick this guy in my discard. And then I can bury a card, and I'm going to bury this Brave.
Done?
No. And then I can move up, and I can bury another card. I'll bury that one as well. Okay, now I'm done.
I'm playing spit roasting, so I'd like a 1 off the top.
Yep.
And I'll get a food.
Okay.
Oh, perfect. Woolly Rhino. That actually might change what I want to do.
So we're going to do Eclipse
actually,
again.
That's going to change what I want to do. I'm going to come to here instead. Crafter. Play these 2 crafting. So that gives me 4 crafting. Wait, that's not the one I want. Is that crafting? Yeah, that is crafting. Okay. So I got 4 crafting. And I can spend 3 of it to do. Yep. So I spend 3 of it to get one of these cards, right? Mm-hmm. And it goes right into my hand. Okay. And then I do the food and the... No, I don't have to do the food because I already have... No, yeah, I got to do the food.
You haven't taken animals yet, have you? No, okay.
No, not yet.
I need to...
I'll take this thing here. So I had to spend 3 food and a tool, but it does. What does that say? That gives me another one of these guys right in my hand.
What?
That gives me one of these guys right in my hand.
Right into your
I
hand.
spend 3 food to do that though.
Yeah.
That's pretty expensive. Okay. And I already have one of those. No, I already have one of those. I need the one that does that. All right. And then the last part. So I did that part, and then I get a food and a tool. You're up.
Okay.
Oh, there's a lot to think about here.
Okay, so I'm going to spend this. I can discard a card, and I'm going to discard this guy right. Yeah. Discard. No, I'm not going to do that. That's not smart. Oh, I used my wrong freaking. Did I switch?
out.
Yeah, sorry.
Switch out. You didn't take the special power though, right?
No, I didn't. Okay. So I have one of these guys for 2. And I have a tribesman for 3. I can take one of these guys right here. Take that one. And then I can grab mine, so it costs 3 food. 1, 2, 3. And a tool. And I want this one. And that gives me one of these guys in my hand. Oh, wrong one. I want this guy right here. And that's it. You're up.
I'm gonna deploy this one. Just gonna do the food.
That was the one I wanted.
Yes, I bought it.
Mm.
Oh, I don't have enough to do it, huh? I'll have to do that first, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Oh, this sucks. I don't need the tools. I've been trying to spend the tools. You know what? I'm gonna wait on that then.
Okay.
Instead, I'm going to do. So I'm gonna do this. There. All right. So I need to spend one of those, and that lets me put 1 out, right? Not 2. Okay.
Oh man, your set collection is woof.
Yeah, no, I'm rolling that. But you took the saber-toothed tigers that I needed. All right, but I do get to spend a tool and another tribesman to draft one of these, right?
If you want to, sure.
And I can do that as many times as I want, right? And I'm going to do that. That gives me 2 more of those, right? So I'll take that one. Let's see, what is going to give me a lot of food? That'll give me a lot of food, right? Okay. Take that, and then I'll eat it.
And that'll max out your food.
I max out my food. There's so many combos that you can do in here. I didn't get the 4th one I needed, but you never know. I might get it right here, right?
And then you draw it.
All I need you to give
What
it
do
to
you
me.
need?
I need that one. Oh, hey, it actually works. Either one of them was 3 or 4 points.
Yeah.
So. All right, you're up.
Okay.
Oh, that felt good.
Okay, so I'm also going feast.
Yes. So I was worried you were going to take my Pathfinder, but.
So I'm going to.
What's cool is on your turn, you do have stuff to do. You got to plan out your thing so that it's ready right whenever you go. It's almost like taking the turn in your head.
Discard this to refill some animals. Or some animals. Get an animal. Eat an animal.
You have to play your culture card before you start your turn?
It's the first thing you do.
Oh, that stinks, man.
Yeah, it does. And I'm going to play another one, which cost me a person, which is fine. It costs me, because I have to discard, to play it, and then I'm going to discard to do the action, but it's putting 2 more.
I never maxed out that culture. I always just played 1 at a time. You've done that twice.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty powerful, though. You're getting some good bonuses.
Take this, and I'm going to get a victory point.
What's up?
Right there.
Oh, okay. Oh, and you're collecting this one, aren't you?
That just started, yeah.
Oh, no, you didn't get that one.
I didn't get that one. I got the saber-tooth tigers, but I've eaten a few of them. It's okay.
You have, yeah, that's pretty good.
All right, so I'm going here.
The beautiful saber tooth that I needed.
I've been eating them
Just
all.
chomping them, man. Ridiculous.
Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 labor.
Okay.
And I'm going to use it all because I'm going to try to
Do
get
it.
some set collection here.
Or save to try to get first place in the next round.
Yeah, I'm okay.
No, it's the end of the game, right? Actually,
okay.
we do have one more eclipse, though.
We do have one more
So
clip.
you'll get that bonus if you want it.
Yeah, I'm going to take the faith anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Sure.
Okay, so I'm going to go 4. So that's, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 of that. So I'll spend 1 tool and 1. I'm just going to move it out of the way so I know. And 1 of these guys. And that would get me, let me take 1. And I'm going to take the ground sloth. Then I'm going to spend another 1 and another tool to take the other ground sloth. Then I'm going to spend another 1 to put 2 more animals out. Oh, perfect. And I'm going to spend the last 2 and 2 more tools to take both this guy, max that one, and this guy to max that one. And then I'm going to eat the saber-tooth tiger because I eat tigers for breakfast.
Eat them.
I eat tigers for breakfast.
Done?
Yeah.
Spending the food to do my monolith for 2 tools. And then I need to go back to do the monolith, so I'll put my worker over there on the mountains. And I'll play my Pathfinder and my tribeswoman if I need it. I can't remember if I need it or not, so maybe I shouldn't do that.
So I'm just going to let you know.
Yeah.
If there's a tie, turn order gets swapped.
Yeah, sure.
So
Okay, so Pathfinder, but I do need this because that's going to give me the.
I don't know what you're doing.
I need a tool to drop a tent, so I'll spend a tool, drop another tent, and then I need these to move my tents. Oh, wait, I can do it again though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Spend another tool to drop a tent.
Mm-hmm. You can spend as much as you want. So if you
Well, I'm trying to get to cover this here. So how much do I need for that?
1, 2,
Oh,
3.
I've got some.
You need 3
I've
movement.
got some. I've got these 2 here.
Mm-hmm. That's 2 movement. You need 1 more movement.
I need 1 more. Oh, I got it here.
Okay.
Or I could drop the 2 food, which I don't need all this food, right? I just need 3. Oh, just in case. Okay, I'll do that. And then that drops that to there, right? Okay.
And then if you want to
I
build a
want to do the
village,
thing, so I'll spend
3 food.
1, 2, 3.
And you place your little
Build
thing
a
down.
village. I only got 2 villages out, but
I only got 2 villages out.
oh really?
Yeah,
Okay.
look.
And that lets me draw a card, right?
No,
No, that's at
that's the
end.
eclipse
Okay.
phase, yeah.
I wanted to put 1 more monolith. I can't do that though, huh?
I mean, you're going to at the start of the eclipse phase.
Oh, will? Okay, yeah. Yeah, but I'm not going to be first.
Yes, you will.
Well,
I don't have any either.
Oh, you didn't play any either?
I don't
So
have
it
any.
reverses.
Yeah, so order reverses, yeah.
Okay.
I had to burn all mine. I needed those animals. I had to max out. Okay, so that is the end.
Oh, Johnny Pack, this is so much fun.
So-
Stan, you did a great job in this game, man.
Reveal the eclipse. We both zeroed out, so swap the order. I'm going to take the free faith jump.
I'm going to take the free bumpity bump, which gives me a point
4,
for you.
7 points. 7 points for you, 1 point for me.
Okay, got it. Because it's 4 below it, and then I got the 3 colors. All right, and then what? Isn't this funny that we basically did the same thing?
Yeah. And then we go to the eclipse bonuses. So here,
Okay.
you're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 victory points
Yes. And a tool.
and
1 tool.
a tool. And I'm going to get
I went all victory points, man.
Yeah, I'm going to get a tool, a faith, which lets me bury a card.
Ooh, nice.
I know.
And you had the thing that gives you points for burying cards.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So a tool, a faith, a victory point. Okay, a victory point. A monolith, which is not great because it doesn't. I'm gonna go faith and bury a card.
Yeah, man. I mean, why not? That's another point.
Any of these not worth? That's not worth the point. So let's stick down there.
Hopefully, I didn't bury anything that worked to print. No, I didn't.
Okay, so faith and bury a point. So that's the monolith, and then another faith, which gets me to that thing, which is awesome. 2 food. That's it.
Okay.
That's it for me.
I literally went all points
And
on the
then
board.
our boards.
I looked at the point. I was like, how can I maximize no points on the board?
So you got 4 points for that one.
Yep.
How many berry cards you have?
3.
7 points, or another 3 points for 7 points, and then you have 2 more for another 4 points, so 11 points for you.
Yeah.
We'll put you at
Not a lot, but
39.
I really worked on that. So.
And I only have 1 tent out for 1 point.
Wait,
I've
you know I
eaten-
got 2 of them, right?
I know.
You gave me 4 for that?
4 points. 4, 8, 3 for 11.
Yeah, okay, got it. Okay, sure.
I've eaten 4 saber-tooth tigers. That's 10 points.
Nice.
And then I add up 1, 2,
the
3,
average
4,
of them,
5,
right?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 divided
By
into
2, so 8.
8. So I get
How much is that all total?
19.
18 points?
19 points, plus 1
No,
for this.
8 and 10 is 19.
8, 10, and 1.
Plus 26, 19, they're 45. Okay, then what?
Then you draw cards.
We don't draw cards or get tools. We don't need all that.
But tools can go towards points. I'm going to take my tool.
Okay, well, I get a tool then.
And I get a faith, which says I get to put one of these
And I
cards
get
in
a
my
tool
discard
over here.
pile. That's a point. I'll do that.
Wait, why do I want the 2 tools or what can I do with them? Anything?
You didn't move that, so nothing. You don't get any points.
So if I'd move that, how would I have gotten points out of it?
4 in this block. You get 4. Every 4 resources get you 1 point. And then you
Oh, man. I didn't even realize that. Okay, not smart. All right, and what else?
then we go
We
to...
draw 2 cards. Did you draw your cards?
you don't need to.
Yeah, I didn't think it helped, right?
I'm going to go in-game scoring here.
Offering track, food and tools. Man, I messed that up. Honor track, buried cards. We already did that, right?
Position of your marker on the offering track determine the ratio of leftover food and tools. Look at the section on the left. Okay, so...
Oh, man, I just needed 1. I should have done that.
So I'm at... Every 3 gets me 1, and I have 6. I have 11. So that's just 9. That's 3 more points. That's not that much, but 3 points. Honor track on the right.
You buried cards?
Oh, I didn't get that 5 points right there. For maxing that out. Turns the ratio. Honor track. Gain points for your total number of buried cards according to your relative position on the track. The player with the highest uses the leftmost chart, then you, and then that. So
Yeah, I'm 3, so I only get 3 points.
you buried 3 points. Yeah, for 3 points. And I've buried 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for 15 points.
Oh, wow. 68.
Then we do tribe and culture cards. Oh, the burial area still counts as points. You still get your
We already counted the
Your
3 points, though.
No. Like if you buried any cards with points on them, you still get those points.
Oh! Well, I didn't bury anything with points
I
on it.
did. So you just add up all your cards.
Tribe and culture cards, okay?
$14 for me. So that's 72, 82.
10 for me.
Okay. 52. And then non-tipped animals. Sorry.
16,
sorry.
22,
I got 20.
64, and you got 20. 102.
And that's it. That's the game.
Stroh's won.
Hmm?
Stroh's won. 5-0.
I don't watch baseball.
Still in it.
Don't watch baseball.
Stros are still in it. Tied up the series.
Immediately place one additional megalith on one of the 2 spaces print. Oh man, we messed up.
What's that?
When you place your megalith here, it says you can immediately place another one on one of these 2 spaces. Immediately
Oh.
place one additional megalith on one of the 2
You know,
spaces.
that is what that says. Look.
Yeah.
Place here, place another one. Oh, man. That would have helped us out too.
It would
Because
have.
we kind of got stuck right here.
Yeah.
And
It would have given us tool. Well, how does that work?
No,
So
it
do you
gives us
immediately
food.
place both yours as soon as you place your first one?
You place one and then you place another one.
But it has to be your leftmost. So you
Yeah.
would place your other stone?
Your neutral one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Your other
that would have
neutral
helped us spread out faster though.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have got stuck out.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. We did make that one mistake. Oh man. I really enjoyed this. I did some big hunting.
But yeah, that's it. That's the game.
I really leaned into my chief. I tried to go with my big guy. One round I
You
didn't. 'cause I
were, and
messed
then
up.
you stopped. You slowed down on your hunts. I got
Well,
that.
that's because I was situational hunting. I was looking for greens, reds, and yellows when they came.
When this was
the other
available,
ones I was just eating.
here's the thing. So you were collecting the saber tigers, and then I saw that this was available and it said for every one you eat, you get more victory
Which
points.
helps
and
you,
I was
hurts
like,
me.
well, there's no blue out. There is yellow out, and I was
Yeah.
like, I'm just gonna get this, and oh my gosh, I was able
I
to
wasn't
stack
going
out.
to take it because I didn't want to eat my 10 points
Yeah.
or my 6 points. I never could get the fourth one. I never could.
You
I
should
was
have taken it, to be honest. You should have just taken it and eaten. You're like, I already have a
never
4.
saw it.
That's 10
Or maybe
points.
you wouldn't have eaten them if you didn't have it.
I wouldn't have taken it. If you had taken it and just ate those, you get 10 points per round. Not 10 points in the end of the game. It's 10 points per round you have this. You
Yeah.
can have this for 2 rounds.
Yeah, it's hard to eat 3 at one time, though.
Oh, I ate so many. These culture cards. Look. I
Yeah,
had,
you picked a lot of culture
That one
cards at 8.
eats.
Oh, wow. I hadn't even thought of that. So that's one of the cool beauties of
one-
this game is finding
one-
these cards
these
that
just give you a bunch of
synergize
guys.
with your strategy
Yeah.
on the board. Yeah.
Well, I was like, okay. Oh, this one eats. I was like, okay, look. This seems like a really good points. I'm going to eat all these saber-tooth tigers. And I just was like, okay, I'm going to get a bunch of stuff that lets me get saber-tooth tigers and eat.
This is what I always do. This is such a classic BJ move. I'm just picking
You have
cool
a lot of
cards. Like there's no synergy between them. Picking cool cards, pick tons of these crafters so I could craft a bunch.
Yeah.
I knew, I mean, you blew me out, but I knew that I had to get these things out to match this because I would get both of them twice, basically.
Yeah.
Because if you notice, the way the tiles came out, I was like, wow, I can get the green and the blue twice.
Yeah, I saw
with
that.
just 2 villages.
Yeah.
But I mean, I sure spent a lot of time getting these crafters and working on it. I knew that would be my last play of the game. But so yeah, picking these things that are going to
rushed.
synergize with it.
I saw that gave me a faith, that gave me a monolith, and that gave me food. And so the very first turn, I'm like, I'm putting a village.
Yeah.
I'm moving out. I'm getting a village.
And then for 3 turns, you always got all that cool
I got
stuff.
3
man.
free monoliths. I got 3 free faith. 4 turns. And I did it on turn 1. Turn 1, I dropped all that stuff. Oh, no, it was turn 2.
No,
It was turn 2. Yeah.
It's turn 2.
But I still got all that stuff because I had 3 tents there. I just couldn't village it. So I still got everything.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, there's a lot going on, but the
There
game
are
is,
so many ways to
the
get
game
points.
is relatively simple.
There
it
are
really
so,
is.
like,
It's just points all over the place.
you could have been like, I'm not doing that, and I'm just going to put all my monoliths out and score a ton of points that way too.
Yeah.
Because you can stack, and then you could 4 stack.
Yeah, you can go back for another one, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you can, like, if it was like this, you could have stacked higher and started going up and stacked.
That's
and
what I
then put
thought.
a stack here.
And I remember
It doesn't double your points or anything, but you just keep building points.
No,
You
but
get
I remember
another-
you doing that. You had this other thing where you were scoring all these points. In fact, it was kind of
I bet
wonky.
I bet there's a stone that says you get points for points for stacking.
I just
on
remember being
stones.
kind of wonky to figure out exactly what the
Yeah.
what the points are.